The sun is going down for the day, but I have some exciting news. Let me flip this. Boom. Cooler came in today. So this is the setup that we're anticipating. Sorry for the Medusa-like things here. These are going to be used for the electrical, so those are our conduit. So this is our general structure of the van. We've got our toilet opposite of our sink. Next to the sink is going to be our Dometic 75 liter electric cooler. So we still have half a doorway to be able to pop in. Once you step up in, you will have the cabinet to your right, which will house the cooler. Next to that will be the sink. Across from that will be the Nature's Head composting toilet. Both the toilet and the fridge will be on trays that pull out. In the back here, we've got our batteries. Got our 2000 watt inverter, some cable, our DC to DC charger that's got the MPPT from the solar built right in. Got the light out. It's getting dark here, but I figured I'd go ahead and prep anyways for tomorrow. So we're going to be looking into a lot of our electrical, okay, which most of it arrived in the last couple of days. Okay, my next step is actually going to be drilling a hole down back behind this. Okay, our conduit, which is this black hose right here. Got two different thicknesses there. That's going to be running straight down. Gonna follow it, and then there's a nice little hole right up in here that I have taped off. You can barely see that there. Okay, but the tape is meant to catch any metal shavings from me going inside here and getting it beat down. So I think this will make our day a lot more fluid tomorrow. It can be more focused on wires and not dealing with any of the cleanup. This is the little bit of things that we can do to set us up for success. I think that has been so important in this van build, is just to say, yep, we're ready, we've got all the things, because as soon as you get some momentum and then have to pause because you're missing something, that's a really bad spot to be. Luckily, we haven't quite been there, and we are here with perfect timing. We got to run some wires, make sure that everything's good, put the walls up, put the floor in, then from there we'll connect the rest of the electrical.
It's electrical day.
We're going to be running wires through the walls. I've already cleared out some spots. You can't really see that on this side. There we go. I'm going to be clearing out this spot. We had put some wool in a little bit early, so we just have to remove this little section on this side of the crease. That way we can run conduit up. Our power stuff is going to be on this passenger side. So what we're debating right now is if we want it to be down on the ground or up in a bench. Okay, so our bed's actually going to be up this high. So we're imagining that we can have this whole section be built up and actually have an opener underneath of a bench, and that can house all of our electrical stuff. So hopefully that will work out. For now, I'm going to pop up on the roof, and I'm going to look for a better process to get our awning out. So moving the positioning of the awning has definitely been worth it. Right as the lawnmower starts up, perfect. That's when, unfortunately, it fell down. We just didn't have a good grip on it, or I didn't have a good grip on it up on the ladder. But as you can see, there's not a gap anymore. Okay, so the back cover kind of flips over, okay, to the end. You can kind of see that back up in here. Okay, so that means that no water is getting in. We've got a few small holes just coming through these. Those are necessary, so we'll have a few light little drips just in case it rains. But honestly, just looking at this bad boy still makes me love it. So I'm going to get this wool taken out of this section. I'm then going to tape the bottom because we're gonna be drilling a hole into the top so that the conduit can come up a bit more freely. And it cleaned out to a point. I think there's still a little section that is stuck down in here. I've been trying to get it with some hangers and some different things with no success. So I'm actually going to start drilling out the hole in the top. That'll give us more access so that we can go down. That's what we did on the other side last night. We were able to open it up on the top so that we could actually see, push the rest of the wool down so that we could get the conduit up through.
Hi.
Stuff and wires.
Stuff and wires. Exhilarating.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. Actually, nobody pays
Aren't
me.
you unemployed?
Fun employed.
Fun employed. My bad.
Capital F.
Capital F. We've got a badass cooler. Bum, ba-da-dum.
Shit everywhere.
Yeah, that's okay. So this bad boy, or bad lady, we don't discriminate, connects to this, which we have put through with conduit all the way up, and we're dropping it all down because this area where the big boys are is where we will have the electrical box as one of our bench seats. So we're just kind of running everything there. We've got our toilets, compostable and fancy. We're super bougie up in here. That will also need electrical for the exhaust fan. And we're going to get this guy. He's gonna come to the outside of the cabinet that we'll have right here. So we're kind of just grabbing all the outlets. That was a loud truck. We're grabbing all the outlets and placing them where we're going to have them in the van, and then running the wiring, having to splice a couple. So we did the vent fan, and that had to be spliced. Ran her up and around, dropped her down. We're kind of just working on this driver's side first, because that's everything we have to run up along the roof to drop down to the passenger side. Once we have all that done, then we'll work on the passenger side and splicing and wiring everybody, getting it into the conduit so that everything's pretty much set up to be connected, which is honestly the scary part. And I am labeling conduit so that if we ever have any trouble, hopefully not, but if we do and we need to take the roof off or something like that, we know which conduit has which wires, so we can isolate any issues. And that is that. Any last words, sir?
Oh, me.
Any final words?
Oh, we got a lot of shit to do.
Well, that was positive.
And I'm stoked for it.
On that positive note, see you later.
You